Both seldom ever made an appearance. They both got great joy from me getting my fucking teeth knocked out. You know what I'm saying? The groans are more satisfying than the laughs. Look, growing up, my dad was drunk. A lot of the time. Okay, I'll be honest. Like growing up, my dad was so drunk that most of the time he didn't even know I was his own kid. Like there I'd be playing in the yard, and he'd be like, "What are you doing in my yard, little boy?" I'd be like, "Dad, I'm your son. I live here." And my dad would be like, "I only have one son, and that's not you." That is the story of how I found out I had a half brother. I got siblings. I mean, we're all fucked up. Like, I got sisters. I got one sister who smokes a lot of pot, sleeps with a lot of random dudes. My family calls her the pothole. That dude really was like, fuck! Yeah, you wouldn't hit it if you could avoid it. Death metal Travis Tritt over here is hammering it out.
I know her.
Yeah. You did a burnout in the parking lot earlier too, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
It was like Jesus was being sponsored by Hot Topic, son. I got another sister too, and like me, she's great with one-liners, man. You give her one line of cocaine and she'll suck every dick in this room. Somebody took the Lord's name in vain for that laugh, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. Thank you for that. I feel like we should talk about my mom now, because she's definitely not getting enough attention. Like, my mom's the type of mom who once chased a meth head with a 2x4 because he was threatening me with violence. I know, in my heart of hearts, that's not setting a good parental example. Okay, I know that. But in her defense, he was illegally squatting my property and manufacturing meth. And in my defense, I just thought his prices were way too fucking high. I can't keep it together, Sam Bob. You're killing me right now.
That's not how this works.
Oh. Like my mom could tolerate my father, right? My mom took so much Xanax that as a toddler, I wiped her mouth more than she wiped mine. And my dad, he didn't help much. Like, he was a really cool and interesting guy who did really cool and interesting stuff, especially when he was drunk. Like, beat the fuck out of all of his kids. I didn't even get a groan on that one. That hurt my feelings. Oh. Like, as a child, I used to get bored, right? And there wasn't much to do at my place, because, well, you can see how this is going. So I used to play tag on top of the kitchen stove by myself.
And the light bulbs came on.
And, you know, occasionally when I wanted to liven things up, I'd be like, tag, you're it. Tag, you're it. And then I'd turn the burners on. Because a home-cooked meal was the only thing that ever got my parents' attention. Growing up, my best friend was, in fact, a crippled rabbit. My dad ate him. No. I was like, run, little rabbit, run. And the rabbit was like, I've lived the same life as you. I want to die just as badly as you did. Like, if you took a picture of my family, it pretty much looked like a picture of the Last Supper, only with a rabbit on the dinner table and a parole officer in the background.
This motherfucker's funny as shit.
Like, the rest of my family is pretty much either, like, incarcerated or in church. Yeah. Like, let me ask you, if your family went down to a dark, dingy basement every Sunday to wash each other's feet, would you consider that a fetish thing or a Pentecostal thing? My family seems to consider it a Pentecostal thing.
Right?
Like, this all started probably because of my Uncle Bob. He had the first ever Pentecostal church in Steinsville, Indiana. He was like the patriarch of the family. Loved the man to death, I really did. got you.
That's an oopsie-doo.
But anyway, like, I don't know, we lost Uncle Bob just due to a sudden heart attack while he was watching The Price is Right. And I don't know what hurts more, man, losing Uncle Bob, or knowing he never got to find out how much that goddamn Showcase Showdown was worth. Okay, that's not really true. I just found this out like 2 days ago, and I wasn't going to throw it in the show, but I kind of want to do it. My aunt's name, and my aunt and uncle, my uncle's name was Bob, obviously. My aunt's name was Dorcas. No shit, old-fashioned. And it turns out that my uncle actually died while watching The View.
What?
Everybody
That's
knows on The
terrible.
View?
Yeah.
That chick from Roseanne, Whoopi Goldberg, and then that really fat weird chick. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so basically Uncle Bob's in the easy chair, The View's on TV, and then all of a sudden The View comes on, and my uncle thinks to himself, he's like, he looks at my aunt and he goes, Dorcas, that's the ugliest black woman I've ever seen in my life. And the moral of the story is, Whoopi Goldberg killed my fucking uncle! He grabbed his chest, couldn't make the chair. Whoopi Goldberg killed my fucking uncle!
Just touch his face if you need to.
Okay, now I don't have to do it twice. I got you. I appreciate it. Where's my movie watching crowd? We all the Netflix people? Been Netflix and chilling? Y'all got your own oopsie doos. I know you do. All right. Like I saw a movie the other day, and it was really weird. It was a weird movie. It was about a dude who took his mom to prom in a classic car and then made out with her. And then throughout the rest of the course of the movie, he followed his dad around and begged his dad to fuck his mom. Come on with me, guys. Back to the Future is a timeless classic. Let's take a one-man applause break. I appreciate it. Let me ask you, Hilly Dilly. You ever seen the Aliens vs. Predator movies? You ever seen like Predator starring Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No. Am I helping you any here?
Yeah, you help me out. Well, I just want to know, sir, like, why is it every time the Predator opens his mouth, it looks like the inside of a really scary vagina?
In my life, I've never seen a scary vagina.
We came to the bar of the lie today. Sir, would you
28 years in the Navy, I'm retired Navy.
What?
I know what the Navy's about, sir. 28 men go down, 14 couples come up after 6 months. Yeah, I mean, you probably haven't seen a scary vagina. You might have seen a shady foreskin or two. Adam Couch about to fall out the door. Love you, Adam. What's up? So, sir, now that you and I both know we're both sexually adventurous people, I have to ask you, would you fuck the Predator in the mouth?
Repeat the question.
Would you fuck the Predator in the mouth?
Is this a question only to me, or is it?
I mean, we can take a group poll at this point. This joke's evolving into something I ain't seen before. No? You mean to tell me out of all the people...
ear?
What?
Do you want me to hear you coming? Is that the problem? No. You mean to tell me out of all the people in this room, I'm the only one sexually adventurous enough to mouth fuck the Predator? Is that what you're saying to me?
I'm with you.
I like how long it took to get there.
Thanks for the wine,
Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, let's just take a moment to raise our glasses to the ear fucker. Let's just have a good old ear fucking.
To the ear fucker! Dilly dilly!
How did I fill out my mouth? That's fine.
Dilly dilly.
Okay.
Oh, God, my hand.
Is anybody else starting to have some revelations? Like they feel like they're getting older? You notice people never admit that when you ask. That's the thing.
I'm still looking at the oldest person in the room, so.
How old are you?
Old enough.
Old enough? 14 couples is old enough. Isn't it? Like, I'm saying, so I'm starting to feel old. Like, I am literally old enough that I've had my picture taken while holding a bottle of Smirnoff Ice because I thought that shit was cool. And this was during a time when you had to pay for a film to be developed. I paid $6.99 to look at that fucking shit. Like, I'm old enough that at one time in my life, I went on a date and regaled my date with my glory days of playing hacky sack. Why would you woo at that? That's like wooing for cancer.
I got the same picture.
I don't have to do crowd work anymore. I am literally old enough that I have had sex to every song on the Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water album by the band Limp Bizkit. And I did that shit because I thought it was romantic. Look, the other day I tried to pick up a little girl. By little I mean she was just 10 years younger than me. I'm 33, okay? Don't get the wrong idea. Get your minds out the gut. But anyway, she worked at the gas station, and I was trying to spit some game at her, and basically she said, why don't you just get out of the way and give me your best line? I said, fine, I'll give you my best line. You just want to come over and chill in my camper and watch the Goonies? And I was like, if... You do? Hey, you guys!
Oh, he'll be there. Love you, Ben.
Look, if that doesn't tickle your fancy, I'm telling you now, I know every cheat code available for Buffy the Vampire Slayer on PlayStation 2. Oh. Where's everybody from? Who came from the farthest? Are we all basically Bloomington natives here right now? We got some Kentuckians. Bedford? Bedford's the type of place I could go and like someone would flash me a pair of titties and then call me a queer for not looking.
You would look!
Like, I'm from Ellettsville. Like, I don't know.
Me too.
Me too.
This is the worst Me Too movement that ever happened. Like, here's what I love about living in Ellettsville, because I'm kind of limited. I live off the grid in a camper, obviously. But like, I love living out in the country because I can do really cool shit, like start trash fires and eat Eggo waffles without syrup. I mean, it's a pretty cool time when you live out in the country because you can get drunk and do some cool shit too, like shoot a crossbow at your neighbors and then be best friends the next day.
All the way out to Caleb.
Like Ellettsville, I know I already said this about Bedford, but I can retell you for fun at this point. Like, Ellettsville is the type of place. Oh, wait.
Get the fuck out of here!
Did you just cock block yourself from my show? Is that what happened? Were you flexing right now?
He's gonna be with us for the Goonies. I'm coming over for Goonies, man.
We about to have a whole Goonies marathon. Death Metal Travis Trick's over here benching 450 and she's like, fuck this! I have no idea what just happened, but it was funny. Oh wow, okay, anyway. She came back. Alright. Welcome back. You gonna grab his arm again? Because I want her to. Like, Ellettsville is the type of place where you go to the grocery store, and when you go to check out of the grocery store, you get in the checkout line, and you have to ask the first four people in front of you if they're there to buy something or if they're just really confused. Let's get on point here. Let's see. You're still throwing me up with that shit, that was funny. Let's play a rousing game of Have You Ever. Oh, yeah. Have you ever had someone fall asleep next to you and then moan your name in their sleep? Me neither. Have you ever woken up with bite marks on your chest and a sore booty from being spanked the night before? And had to ask yourself just how drunk you actually were? Me neither. Have you ever been pulled out of high school by the Secret Service for counterfeiting American currency because your mom wanted a new sectional from Big Lots? Me neither. Have you ever smoked crack in a tunnel slide in the middle of St. Louis with a Vietnam veteran who tried to sell you magazines after? Me neither. You ever slept on a couch until you were 11 years old because your dad sold your bed for beer money? Me neither. Bro, that actually happened. I didn't know what a bed felt like till I was like a teenager.
I think you owe some drinks.
Alright, let's finish strong here. This has been one of the weirdest shows I've ever done. You're on the stage for this long. I get it now. Okay, I can see where this goes. So basically, let's see, like next Friday, I'll be having my 15-year high school reunion at this very bar. How awesome is that? Woo! Give Sean a round of applause for sponsoring it. Man, that's badass. So basically, it's my 15-year reunion, and I went ahead and I posted a picture of 14-year-old me on Facebook, okay? You know what happens when you post a picture like this on Facebook? And you look kind of like a certain boy wizard. Here's what happens. Facebook literally roasts the fuck out of you. That's what happens. Light it up again here. Okay, among some of the great things I ever heard. Harry Potter and the mystical cigarette circle behind the 7-Eleven. Thank Kyle McClay for that one. Alright, here's another one. Harry Potter and the steaming cauldron of Trailer Park Soup. Thanks Sam Bob Patrick, the film man, for that one. Alright, and this is a personal one of my favorites here. Light it up again. Coming to bookstores November never. Harry Potter and the positive pregnancy test. And the last one, a Matt Jablonski original. Harry Potter and the moonlit search for fucking copper wire. Alright. I'll finish it up with a little plug about myself. I am a 5-time published author. I do in fact write for 3 different newspapers